Well, hello there. Hello again. You know, I've been thinking, you know those moments where you feel like you can just take on the planet, you feel like you're unstoppable, undefeatable, you're like Superman, you know, doing your own thing? Well, this is my story of how I felt like that and ultimately got humbled in front of almost the entire class that I was in. So I'm trying to help you out, make sure you don't wind up in the same situation I was in. Without further ado, let's get started. So this is how my tale begins. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was my first day of recess at an elementary school, and it was actually my first time being at that school. So how can I make friends? What can I do to blow people's minds? And I knew during recess, the first recess, what I had to do. I had to do something that nobody would ever do. So we get out there. There was kids, you know, they're playing on the little pirate ships, you know, pretending they're Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, and then other kids, you know, they're doing the normal stuff, you know, they're on the swings, just seeing who can jump out the highest, you know, that basic elementary school vibe. But, you know, I was looking around. I got out and I surveyed the land. I pulled out my binoculars and I zoom in on both sides, and I'm just kind of scrolling by, and then I see it off in the distance, and I knew at that moment, that very moment, that this would be the thing. I went to the monkey bars, and on my way over there, I'm feeling prideful, I'm feeling confident. I'm looking around, you know, I'm seeing some people over there to the side. I'm like, yeah, going to the monkey bars, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? The sheer size of this, you know, I'm young. The sheer size of this is it's overwhelming. And I'm looking back and I'm like, you know, was it back there, was it this big? Was it always this big, or did it just grow in size on my way over here? Did it eat a Mario mushroom and just increase in size when I got over here? But you know what? I took a deep breath. I knew what I had to do. I looked back, made sure everybody was watching me, and I began my ascent, just one step at a time, wiping the sweat from my brow, because I knew like it was just such a tall building. I'm real young and everything, so I'm just going. And just to inform you guys of how these monkey bars was, it wasn't like the normal monkey bars, you know, where it's like a little dome and you can climb up on the sides. No. We had a tower. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of went up like that right there. And it was just weird. It was weird. It was tall. It was a weird design, something new, but I had to traverse this. I had to climb up it. So here we go. I'm going up, swiping the sweat from my brow. Look over. They're still encouraging me. I'm like, gotta keep going. I finally reached the top. And at the top, you know, you can feel the breeze, you know. It was like from the Lion King when he's holding up the little guy, I think it's Simba, right? He's holding him up. I felt like him. I was just like taking in all the air, just letting it blow on me. And I'm just feeling myself at that moment. And I'm looking around, trying to see if I can see my house from there. All those normal stereotypes that you go through when you're up really high. I'm just trying to do all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, the bell rings. And I'm like, wow, I'm up this high. I'm up at the very top. I knew that there was one cool way to get to the bottom. So, you know, Nike said, just do it. Granted, the slogan wasn't out then, but the concept was still there, right? So I get back a little bit, and then I jump, and I'm just like flying for like 2.5 seconds. All that's going through my mind right now is Michael Jordan and how he's in Space Jam just stretching his arm out, and he's like keeping that air for a long time. That's what I'm thinking, like, I believe I can fly. R. Kelly just going on in my head, and then all of a sudden it was like Looney Tunes, you know, where they'll run over the edge and then they'll realize that they're over the edge, they'll look down and they'll keep doing that and then they'll fall. That was me. It was just, I had all that momentum and then it just instantly stopped, and gravity just grabbed me by the ankles, yanked me down. So I wound up just plummeting. And remember, this monkey bars isn't like a normal dome. It's a cake kind of design. So the bars keep extending out the further it goes down. So eventually, you know, I'm falling and I'm falling and I'm falling, and then let's just say it didn't end well. In that moment, I literally just blacked out. I was just blacked out, and I woke up and I'm on the ground. I'm in the dirt. I'm young, I'm crying, right? And those exact kids that were sitting right beside me in the swing, they didn't even care. They didn't even come for me. They just ran past me. I remember one kid kicked dirt in my face, and I was just like, he was just rooting me on. And I, like, you know, it just brings in more tears. Got dirt in my eye now, I'm in pain. I'm basically just laying there. I was laying there for at least maybe, I don't know, for me it felt like eternity. But it was probably like just 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. My teacher finally realized, yo, you know, there's just one guy who's not here yet. And they come outside. I remember seeing the principal. They just walked out there and I was just laying there on the dirt. Nobody else was out there, just me. And I'm looking over, you know, you kind of shake a little bit. You know, I'm looking over. I'm reaching out, my hand's shaking like this. And then he's like, oh my goodness. He gets me up. I go to the nurse and I was there pretty much for the rest of the day. I finally got wheeled back in. I was in a wheelchair. I got rolled back in by the nurse, and she's like, yo, you all right? I'm like, yo, I'm not all right. I'm in a wheelchair. So they wound up having to call my mom. She had to come up there and pick me up. I wanted leaving early that day, so there was a plus. A whole lot of L's, but there was that one plus. I had to soak in a bath all day. That was fun too, you know? And boom, that's the full story. So if you ever get in a situation or you're ever in a moment where you feel like you can take on the planet, remember, you can be humble. You know, keep your mind at least knowing that something can happen. You know, you got to be ready for certain things. It's good to keep your head in the clouds. It's good to dream high, but you know, the laws of gravity still apply. So with that, I'll catch you later.